How you doing? I'm rocking my side pony today because it's fun. How are you all? This is, I think, my first live in the group for all of you beautiful, beautiful goddesses. So I wanted to jump on and share some love with you all, connect with you all, and speak to you a little bit about the topic of the live, which is I am not worthy of love. Wow, I know this one very well. Experienced it for a very long time. Glad to say I don't experience that anymore. So if you do jump on, if you're jumping on now, please make sure you say hello and let me know one thing in the comment that you are grateful for today about yourself. And if you are catching the replay, then hashtag replay in the comments so that I know who gets to see this message. Hi Tiffany. Mwah. Lovely to see you on here. Thanks for being here. And I think Sky is on as well. Hello, my love. Such a pleasure to have you here always. So one thing you are grateful for about yourself today, ladies, is what I want to know. All right, so I am not worthy of love. So this has been in the questions that I asked when you joined the group. This has been a consistent thing that's been coming up for quite a few of you. And, I think it's probably a bit of a universal belief as well, which is a shame because we're all worthy of love, 100%. Just life and experiences make us forget that. So in regards to that, I'm not sure if you can hear that baby crying. Sorry, I've got the door open. My neighbours. So in regards to that, I'm grateful for looking quite young for my age. Nice. That's beautiful. Awesome. So I am not worthy of love. So the first question that I want to ask you in regards to that is, why not? Why is it that you believe you are not worthy of love? And is it actually your own belief? Or is it a belief that you've actually picked up from someone else, be it your mum, your dad, a role model when you were growing up, your brother or sister, a teacher from school, a dance teacher, a boyfriend? Where did that belief actually stem from? Because what tends to happen is that our belief systems are formed between the ages of 0 and 7, and often a lot of them are put on us from things that we learn from our parents, which is totally understandable. Like, that's our learning period. That's when everything's kind of being implanted, and we are creating our beliefs and our views and our experience about the world. So what can often happen is that if your mum or your dad has a belief story or a story running or a belief system running that they're not worthy of love, the actions and the things that they can do or could do can be passed on to you. So that's why I ask you, is it a belief system that is actually yours, or is it a learned belief system or someone else's ancestral thing that's been passed down, or someone else's belief that you've grabbed and taken on as your own? Excuse me. The next thing that I would like you to sit with and ask yourself is, what are you basing your worth on? What are you basing your worth on? Are you basing your worth on the way that you look, your body, the way your body looks? Are you basing it on the success in your career or the job that you have, or the amount of friends that you have, or how many men are after you, or anything that's kind of outside of yourself? Or are you actually basing your worth on what's inside and who you are as a person? Not the way you look, not your body, not your career, not the things you do, not being a mum, not being a partner. The things that actually make you uniquely you. So what happens is we start putting out there that our worth is dependent. I will feel loved when I'm doing this. I will feel loved when this is happening to me outside of me. I will feel loved when I see this showing up for me. I'll feel loved when I've got a line of guys waiting to, like, that was mine. I'll feel loved and lovable and worthy of love when I know that there's a line of guys waiting to hook up with me. That's where I was basing my worth. I was basing my worth on the way I looked. I was basing my worth on my body shape. I was basing my worth on my career. And absolutely not a single iota of my worth was based on who I was as a human being, as a person. The qualities that make me uniquely me, my personality traits, the things that only I have to offer that are so beautiful and make me me at a core level, I wasn't even thinking about. It was all about external world. And what happens with that is when we are basing our worth on that stuff, then everything that's going on outside of us has the power to control how we feel inside. How we feel inside. And that's where we fall into trouble, because none of that is reliable. None of that is consistent. None of that is real. What's real is what is going on inside of you. And when we switch from having our worth determined by what's going on outside of us to having our worth determined by who we are as a person, when you really connect with that and get to know that truth, then it doesn't matter what goes on outside of you. There is such a solid foundation within yourself about your worth and who you are and what you believe you are worthy of, that situations can happen, experiences can happen for you, not to you, for you, and you get to choose how you react or respond to those. And you get to choose whether or not you allow those situations to affect the knowing or your belief on what you're worth inside. So if you do, I want you to, a little exercise, if you feel called to do it, is grab a piece of paper and a pen and just be honest with yourself. And there's no right or wrong. And it's totally okay if you have been placing your worth outside of yourself. That's totally okay. It's nothing to beat yourself up about or feel bad about. So just be safe and knowing in that space that where you are at is perfect. But be really honest with yourself and be truthful and write down the things that have actually you've been basing your worth on up until this point. And then create a new list that is about who you are, not about your body, the way you look, your career, how great you are as a mum or anything outside of you, but the things within you that make you worthy of love. Is it that you're kind? Is it that you're compassionate? Is it that you treat people with respect? Is it that you are loving and have a huge heart that you just pour love out into the world with? Is it that you have incredible personality and you're hilarious? Whatever it is, connect with that stuff that is incredible about you and start basing your worth on that, on being a good person, on being a quality human being, on treating people the way that you want to be treated, on respecting yourself, on taking care of yourself, and start treating yourself in a way that is loving and kind. And then when you're doing that for yourself, all this stuff is going to switch. You're going to start feeling worthy of love. You're going to know you're worthy of love. And in turn, you'll start seeing that showing up in your external world. And that will be being reflected back to you. Because if you're not experiencing that right now within you, and you're experiencing situations and things happening in your life that keep showing up that aren't serving you or are confirming that belief of I'm not worthy of love, it's because you haven't got that right inside yet. And that's okay. That's where the beauty of this kind of work is that you can start shifting it right now. I think I've been basing my worth on what I create in my business and getting great feedback on it. Absolutely. How many likes are you getting? How many comments are you getting? Huge one. Huge one. I do that too. I feel that too. I'm like, I'll put up a post and I'll be like, oh, has anyone seen it? And that's just ego. It's all ego. But you can catch that and you can play with that. So now I recognize when that's happening, and I now know how to shift that. And it's as simple as putting my phone down and walking away and going out. But yeah, if you're not aware of that, and this is where this kind of work comes in, is that it brings that awareness to what's actually going on inside your mind. And it brings it here, and it's writing it down. You can't escape it when it's written down on a piece of paper. It's real. So that's why writing and journaling is super, super powerful. Yeah. All right, my loves. I think that's it. So yeah, do that little task if you feel so called to. And just see, be really honest with yourself, like I said, because if you're not honest with yourself, then nothing's going to change. Connect with where it is that you're basing your worth presently, and then, decide where you're going to start basing your worth from here on out. All right, my loves, I hope you enjoy. Make sure it's, if you've caught the replay, #replay in the comments so I know who's seen it, and let me know what you're grateful for. And let me know your experience with this. This is a safe space. The women in here are all here for the same reason. It's still a really beautiful, close-knit group. There is zero judgment. You are here safe to express and be seen and be supported as well by your sisters. So yeah, I would love to, and me. And I would love to see, what comes up for you, if any of this resonates for you, and how I can also help you moving forward even more. You're welcome, Tiffany. Thank you for being here. All right, my loves, I'll see you soon.